about the Mana Leak. The Mana Leak is really good versus Necrophos.
Plus that Chakra cooldown reduction is going to be pretty nice for their team. And with that said, we've hopped into the game. Let's go ahead and throw it over to our casters right now. It's Odie, Pixel, and Winter. Gentlemen, take it away.
Indeed, thank you very much, Colgar. It's myself and Winter here with a best of one between Digital Chaos and Team Liquid. And Winter, Aoi 2000 bringing the Coddle back into the meta.
Yeah, I think the Coddle's main purpose here in this game is to try to deter the 5-man that Liquid want to go for with the SF and Necro. They want to waste as much time as possible, and I think the other reason as well that the panel brought up, the Keeper of the Light is very useful versus the Necrophos with the Mana Leak. And it might actually be just the jungle Keeper of the Light that Dakota is mentioning, because they don't really have any means of punishing because they have an off-lane Shaker.
Okay, I mean, in terms of the other heroes as well, the fact that we've seen Matumba Man on that Necrophos, I've seen this guy do this before, and he's pretty damn good on the hero. I mean, why do you feel that they felt that Matumba Man carry Necrophos this game in particular? What's so good about it against DC's lineup?
I think they just want to be a very strong 5-man unit. They have a lot of heal in between their heroes with the Cold Embrace and the heal from the Dazzle, so they just want to push and finish the game early. And they do not want to like split up on the map because there's SB. Whoever goes on alone is going to get caught out.
Okay, I mean, this is, as we were saying before, obviously going into this game, probably slightly favoring Team Liquid overall from the public's reaction, but it's a best of one. Anything can happen.
They have a really good draft, though, honestly. I think it's 50-50.
Okay, on paper, you favor DC's draft?
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Let's see if they can pull it off here. Very important games. Of course, the loser of this goes home, and it's not at a stage of the tournament where they'll go home with any money either. So this is a big game for both of these teams. And, well, I can imagine we're going to see a lot of action as well with the kind of lineups that they've got. You know, with Liquid having these supports that are going to be fairly active across the map and doing their best to ensure that Matumba Man gets this farm. But then again, DC, they're going to have this very volatile lineup. The fact that we are seeing, of course, Slardar again, Bulba.
Ooh, the ward.
Yeah, straight away there. So nicely done there by Liquid, and Liquid will look to secure the top rune. They've got 4 heroes up here from DC, but it doesn't look like DC are going to be able to fight this. So Arta's going to be able to claim that one. From lane, Bulba will be able to find the space to get this one. Timberman trying to harass him back. So in terms of lanes, do you feel that anyone's going to come out clearly on top in terms of the laning stage, or is this fairly even across the map?
I think I'm quite worried for the Queen, though, because the Queen didn't get the bounty rune. It was Slardar getting the bounty rune, and Fata did get his usual start on the mid laner. He gets his bounty rune, so I think this matchup is going to be quite tough for the Queen of Pain right now. Queen of Pain is supposed to win this matchup, but right now he doesn't have the bounty rune, and SF has the bounty rune.
Okay, and already in the middle lane, we're going to see Jerax hanging around on the Winter Wyvern just to make the early days harder for us here in terms of getting that initial CS and making sure that Fata can get those first stacks in the Necromastery so he can have an easier time CSing in lane. And with the top lane, the off lane Earthshaker that Mind Control's bringing into this match, should he have a final time up at getting XP, or do you feel that well, Spirit Breaker Biryu, of course, playing it, is going to be able to do enough to scare him, or is he going to feel quite comfortable?
He's going to get experience, but the problem is, like, Aoi is going to get free farm in the jungle. That's the biggest issue that I think Liquid cannot solve right now. Their lineup doesn't allow them to contest or try to gank the Keeper of the Light.
And we can already see as well, Aoi getting those double stacks.
And this is going to be a really fast axe from the Keeper of the Light this game. It's going to be a game changer, Owen, because they are going to be hard-pressed to push the towers when the Keeper of Light has a really, really quick axe this game.
Yeah, I mean, as they were saying, Aoi, before, we've seen him to get the likes of like a 12-minute axe. In terms of kind of contesting this Cottle's farm, do you think we'll see Liquid do anything in kind of getting into the dire jungle and trying to stop what Aoi does here in the early portions, or they just kind of have to let him do it at this point?
I mean, at this point, I don't think they can do much, but maybe later into the game when SF is level 7, you can try to smoke the SF and try to steal the stacks. But right now, I don't think Liquid can do much about it.
They're still in the mid at the moment. Usher's been able to find an even amount of CS here too, the Shadow Fiend. He's trading hits here with Jerax as he uses the Arctic Burn to harass him. Bottom lane, Kuroki just forcing Bulba back there with the Poison Touch. Bulba's actually going to come back in here, just going to cancel the clarity here on the Dazzle. But creating the space here for Matumba Man to find that farm that he needs here on this Necrophos. Mid lane, oh jeez, Ush getting incredibly low there.
Yeah, he's having a really tough time now. Without getting the bounty rune, and the Wyvern is there to help the SF all the time. I don't think the Queen of Pain will be able to pressure the SF too much anymore from now on.
Yeah, Jerax is, I mean, we sometimes see kind of the supports come to mid for the early portion and then leave the lane, but Jerax has been very resilient in this, and I think it's because he wants to kind of make these journeys maybe every now and then into the jungle to just check up on how Aui's progressing.
Yeah, I guess this is the drawback because they have a jungling Keeper of the Light, so one support is not dedicated to help the mid lane. So right now they're going to try to help him by charging down Jerax here.
Well, let's see what they can do at the back of this here. Aui's a little bit far away. He doesn't have the mana here for the Illuminate. Usher's turning in as well.
No, he should be
Jerax is-
fine.
Yeah, got the Arctic Burn to escape it. So a bit of wasted time here for Biri, but at the same time, of course, it's the support of Liquid Jerax that's having to hang around as well. So both teams coming off fairly all right. The fact that Matsumaman's been given this space down bottom because Bulba did go for a rotation towards the mid lane. I mean, at what point does Matsumaman kind of leave his lane? And what kind of items do you think we'll expect to see him pick up on this Necro this game?
I think when you get level 7, you start to leave the lane and you give the lane to the supports. Because at that point you can jungle fairly efficiently. And maybe even look to make a rotation to actually gank with your first Reaper side. I think those are the timings that Liquid are going to look to go for.
And meanwhile, Aoi still continuing to get these stacks up in the jungle. He's level 3 at the moment. He's got those mangoes going as well. And top lane's just going to be very charging back up it into mind control. And with TC in, can't really take him down. Too many creeps to tank up the rocket barrage.
He's too far out though. There was no way they were able to get that trade there.
I mean, would you say this kind of passiveness, the fact that we're 3.5 minutes in, no one's died yet, is favoring a specific team or do both of them kind of
I
revel
think
in
it's
the
a
fun?
trade-off though. DC has a jungling Keeper of the Light, but at the same time, because they have the jungling Keeper of the Light, the other two lanes are suffering. The Slardar and the Queen of Pain are not doing so well with their lane trade. You look at the CS on the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain has 9 CS. SF has 21 CS.
That's crazy. Maybe charges mind control. Burial, I'll say thank you for the room. Just got to try and ward this off. Mind control will be there with
nice
Fisher. And all the body blocks here, allowing Fata to get in for the raises. They should be able to find this one and they'll let it go to Fata. First blood there for the Shadow Fiend. Very nicely set up by mind control. Really a bit of play there from the side of Liquid, and now we were talking already about the fact that this Shadow Fiend was getting very far ahead in lane. Now he's got first blood under his belt, and also at the same time stacks are being created here for Fata. So this is a pretty good start here for Liquid in the mid lane, to say the least.
Yeah, I wonder if they're actually going to go for the mech on the Shadow Fiend this game or the Necro first, because usually Matsumaman goes for a Midas. Oh, here comes the stacks. If he gets the stack, this is going to be really big for Liquid.
Yeah, there's going to be a charge coming in. And yeah, he's just going to try and take them out of the nose of Al. We'll see if he gets anything with the Illuminator. He'll get a couple. Now with the charge, they can kill Fata, but Jerax is there. He does have a cold embrace. The burst has already come out with the magical damage. But they're going to continue to chase it. Jerax. Oh, the Illuminator! Oh, he comes through there. Jerax with cold embrace. There's 4 heroes on him. He's in a lot of trouble. I don't think he gets out of this one.
Man,
and
they're
should be able to
committing to
find that
protect
as
their
well.
stacks, Owen. They're really protecting their stacks. And top lane TC got a solo kill on the Earthshaker.
My goodness. We were saying how that big kill there, the big first blood, was great for Liquid, but finding 3 kills in quick succession off the back of it, DC are going to be very, very happy with that one. And I guess that's the problem. When you go up into the jungle with the Wyvern backing you up, you just can't save him with the cold embrace because of the burst damage from the Illuminate.
Yeah,
you're pretty much
you could see
useless.
Jerax wanting to cold embrace him, but then he realized that it's not going to be helping him at all. But I felt like they needed to make that rotation, but they had to have more numbers of heroes around there. Like 2 heroes running into the jungle, they have Spirit Breaker, so they always have that +1 coming in instantly to help them in the jungle. But it was the right idea. They realized the Keeper of Light needed to be stopped.
But at the end of the day, you know, they give Aoi.
They have to get the ward down in the jungle right now, I think.
Oh. Okay, Biri just positioning himself on the side. Mind control, yeah, he's found himself level 5 here. You compare that to Bulba's progression, level 5 as well.
So
Ah,
Jerax places the ward here. They still want to steal the jungle stacks, but it's already cleared out. So SF is not going to find much here. There's a double stack here.
And the question is, do the side of DC go and contest this? The vision from Liquid's very nice around this point, so they'll see instantly if DC start to make a move into their own jungle. Looks like they'll stick to the lanes here, realize that they're just going to have to let Liquid get away with this move.
I think they did their damage really. They stole some of the stacks. I mean, they didn't steal all of it, but it still slows down the Keeper of the Light by hitting.
Wow, oh no, walking into Fata, gets the 2 raises here. The slow from the Arctic Bone will be enough with that increased range on Jerax. And there's a second kill straight away with the TP out. They don't want to leave any chance for a return kill coming on the side of DC.
Oh no, Fata has an Invis rune.
Ush, dancing with death here in the mid lane. Pretty scary. Level 7 at the moment on Fata. Level 6 on Ush, but it's still the CS difference that's pretty sizable. Bottom lane, Matsumaman moving in onto
bottom
Bulba.
lane. Gyro's keeping bottom lane.
Okay, this could be a big fight if they can follow through with the Gyro. We've got TC coming in, but he has got the cooldown, but it looks like, yeah, Liquid are going to play it safe.
He came a little too late though. The charge was, either he came too late or the charge was too early there. They needed to time both of the heroes to arrive at the same time so they can actually get that kill. But they're going to try to smoke to salvage the TP from the Gyro, try to make something happen here. They do not want to waste the TP from the Gyro.
Oh, Bulba looking to set something up with the crush. He's going to find it, charge in from Biryu here. They're going to need a few bashes from Bulba if they want to get this kill. TC is going to be a cooldown, and the cold embrace is not going to save Matumba Man. The shallow grave from Kuroki might gets it out just in time here. He hasn't got enough mana here for the heal. He'll turn around the right clicks, trying to do what he can with the bashes there from Biryu. They won't lose Bulba, they won't lose Biryu. And TC, no, he can't quite find Jarek with the jukes. TC's desperately looking for him here, but he's not going to be able to go the right way. Now he's got to go on the retreat here. Fada just getting the punches in onto the Gyrocopter. TC will be all right. So DC do get away with that bit of play, 2 for 1. A little bit unfortunate for them that they couldn't find Jarek's as well, but nonetheless, DC coming out on top there.
Man, I have to say, well done for DC. After they wasted the TP there, they tried to salvage it by making the smoke, and they got 2 big kills from that, the Dazzle and the Necro.
Oh, if Ush finds the courier here, no, he's not going to hang around long enough. And
they're going to try to go on Fata here. They have Sonic Wave, and the Queen of Pain is nearby with the SB charging in.
They're going to leave him be for the time being. Fata just going to back up, and he's going to probably clear out these stacks pretty soon. He doesn't want to leave any chance of DC making a journey over here to take away his own ones. So.
Yeah, I think they need to slow the pace down right now. After what happened the last few minutes, they need to wait for the mech maybe from the Shadow Fiend before they try and take any more fights.
Still a very close game at the moment between these two sides. 9 minutes in. A little bit unfortunate there with the stack. And in fact, another smoke from DC. They are constantly putting on the pressure here with this Jar on the bottom lane.
They want to make use of the cooldown as much as possible. Maybe even place a ward. The SB has a ward, so ideally they want to place a ward down in the jungle and get a kill if possible as well.
And here's the target, Matumba Man. He's on his own.
Yep, lane ward down, but they still do not see him.
Is he going to come out with this? No, he's playing it safe.
He is playing it really safe. He doesn't see
they've got the vision. They've got the vision from Bulba. Here's the charge for TC. Going to drop down the corner. Look at TP's coming in. I mean, Matumba Man's getting low. He will go down, but mind controls him with a 3-man Fisher. Getting the aftershock. So now the heal for Kuroki. They'll kill one. They're going to poison touch onto Bulba. They'll find the Slardar as well. And getting 2 there in return. My goodness, TC was able to TP out, but losing 2 heroes for that. They do still get the kill on Matumba Man, but it's a bit of a costly trade, yeah.
At what cost? Oh, that was costly. There was no way they could have burst him down like from full to nothing quickly because the Queen of Pain wasn't there. So that was a very, very risky maneuver from DC. They did, however, did not lose the Gyro. That was the most important target. So it wasn't all bad for them. But it was still a really bad trade.
Still got a bit of vision here in the Thai jungle, the side of the Team Liquid. So keeping tabs on all the farming that's going on here for TC on his Gyro. So still 5.5k. He's 2k ahead of Ush's farm thanks to the stacks that have been created for him and the kills that he's found.
They're going to try again at bottom. Ush has an Invis rune with the SB maybe going to charge in.
There we go. Let's see what they can find with this one. There's Kuroki hiding in the sidelines, but with the charge onto mind control, there's Bulba and Ush ready to go. Now looks like they're just going to hang around. He's still got this invis.
Man, the Queen of Pain has so far not been able to even use one of his Sonic Wave.
Was hoping to catch out the Breaker there. And the Breaker smartly cancels his TP. We'll see what Biryu is able to do now. He's making movement back towards the mid lane. Top lane, Kuroki's found his level 6 here on the Dazzle. He's just going to head back into the jungle, continue to keep his farm up. He's got the Buckler. And that is going to be, the completed mech now for this Shadow Fiend. So 11 minutes in, not a bad timing at all.
Time to fight for Liquid with this mech. They want to make sure that they actually push some towers before the Keeper of Light gets his agony. Then it will be extremely difficult for them to push towers. They need to make whatever time they have right now to take as much towers as they can.
And here we go in the mid. Barton Jarek's just trying to take down the tier 1. Ush is still hanging around. Owie. Actually going to TP into the mid lane here.
Yeah, he wants to defend the tower. You should always have the Keeper of Light here ready before the push comes so you actually waste their time. So it was a really good move from DC there, realizing that Liquid are committing 3 heroes at least to push the tower, and they rotate Aoi in to actually make sure that they defend the tower.
Yeah, and at the moment, lots of heroes from the side of Liquid hanging mid. Just seeing if anything kicks off. It's not going to be the case.
He's going to try to deny the tower.
Tower is under attack.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Dyer's
SF will get the last hit there.
has fallen.
Let's see, bottom lane at the same time. Bolver getting the push on here with TC.
Is under
Just
attack.
clearing out the wave.
Denied.
Top lane with Timmerman. He's looking for Biryu. Biryu's on his own at the moment. And I apologize, I just turned this off. God damn it. There we go. That's right, you're not getting me anymore. There we go. Thank you very much, Crab.
Top tower is
Over.
under attack.
Please.
Bottom lane, I'll get the tower here. There's not going to be any reaction here from Liquid for that one. Liquid themselves, they're looking to try and get the tier 1 up
Is
top.
under attack.
Still very hanging around. He's trying to find that level 6 here to get that Nether Strike online, and then he might be able to do a little bit more in these fights. Mind
Maybe the
control?
Roshan, like this is like the classic trade. If Raiden tries to push the tier 1 at top, Dyer with Slada can actually go for the Rosh right away.
Dyer's top
This would be a
tower
really good
is
trade
under
off for
attack.
DC.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see if they can go for it. Liquid. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, they realize what's going on.
Okay. I
Okay.
think they may have rumbled DC. Standing ground here. They're playing it safe.
Once again, it's a really good read again by DC. They understand that they do not want to take a 5-on-5 fight against Liquid, and out of the pit, very disciplined play. And they continue to farm the other
Radiant's
lanes. They
bottom
have
tower is
Biryu
under
pushing
attack.
top, they're Aoi pushing bottom, and Ash clearing out the mid lane as well. So they're using the map much better right now, where Liquid is just constantly 5-manning. This is what you want to do against Liquid. Push out the other lanes and just use the map much more efficiently with your heroes.
And Aoi, he's been doing pretty well in the farm department. It's not 12 minutes, but it's going to be fairly close around the corner.
This
Third
is still
highest.
really early, dude.
Yeah, he's...
And
This
look
is
at,
the Aoi
look at
call.
the network farm. He's even more farm than the Queen. Or even, at least.
Mind control, well on his way towards that Blink Dagger. He's going to have that fairly shortly. It's going to be pretty big for these
Radiant
engagements in terms of
structures
turning
are
them around,
fortified.
but with 40 minutes in the overall graph difference, it's got to be close, and yeah, pretty much bang on 0 at the moment. No one breaking away at this point. It's just the fact, really, the difference being that Liquid, they've got more invested just purely on this SF, whereas, of course, for the side of DC, the fact that Aoi's taking up a lot of the farm, but with that item pickup, once he gets it, it's going to be pretty good against the side, and very good for the side of DC, because they've got heroes that are looking to jump straight into the front of the fights, and if they have that vision in daytime, it's going to make it that easier to catch Liquid out.
They need to rely on mind control. Like you have, when you're pushing, you have to send some hero behind to kill the keeper first. That's the most ideal situation you want to have. Like if you're trying to push it when the keeper is defending, you're going to be wasting a lot of time. And it's going to be daytime fairly soon. Keeper of the Light with the Aghanim's is going to come online.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
And here we go, Bulba. He's nearly got the cash. 15 minutes in here for the offlane Slaughter. That's a big pickup in
Now the
team.
game begins for DC. They have the
Yeah.
Blink and the Aghanim's on the Keeper of the Light. This is where their lineup starts to come alive.
Bottom lane, Bulba sprinting himself away, but
Just
there
the
we go
dagger.
with the
He has
Winter's
to buy his
Curse.
dagger. Oh no, he didn't buy his dagger.
Oh, that is unfortunate there for Bulba. He must have been very close. Did he have? He actually had the money for it.
Yeah, he actually had the
Damn.
money. Maybe he was considering getting the 4-star. Sometimes you see players go for the 4-star first because Slada has mana problems if you don't really have a lot of farm.
Oh, she's gonna walk into. Oh, the juice! They should be able to blink away in a couple of seconds. No, look at this. Okay, with the slam on the heel. Very nicely done there by the side of Liquid.
Oh my God,
No
this-
chance for the quad to escape from that one.
Suddenly, two big pickoffs by Liquid. DC lost so much in that exchange. The blink is just so crucial. He has to farm a little more if he still wants to go for the blink. But 4-star could also be something that he's considering right now. But either way, the Slada has been put severely delayed this game. His core items are severely delayed.
Yeah, he's still gonna have it fairly shortly though. At the moment, he's just playing it safe, keeping to his own jungle. There we go. We'll see what he's able to do with it and see if he is able to catch Liquid off guard.
He needs to wait for Ash. Like,
Been denied.
Queen of Pain is by far the biggest damage output right now, so if he's looking to smoke, he should go with the Queen all the time.
As we can see as well, talking about the Blink Dagger mind control, very close to grabbing his own, and this is the go time. Let's see if they're able to catch them.
It's daytime as well. Keeper of the Light will provide them the vision needed for them to make the necessary initiations when they actually find someone alone.
Here we go, sprinting straight in here. Not gonna find anyone in the actual jungle
They
itself.
might actually find the Necrophos here. SB might drop a ward. Oh, he's gonna drop a ward here instead of a deeper ward. But they might still find a Superman along the way. Oh,
here we go. It's the go time. Bulba jumps in with the crush. They'll have the charge as well with the amplify melting through Matumba Man.
even the recall as well.
CC gets the kill. Cool down now. Very nice up to 2. Kuroki gets the grave off. Vata gets the Requiem off from the sidelines, but Kuroki held in place by the crush. They'll get a double kill here for TC, and they're looking for more. The TP now coming in from Mind Control on the Shaker. Has it got Echo Slam? Illuminate from Aoi, hitting multiple heroes. They'll get a return of here, but now with the Winter's Curse holding TC in place. There's going to be the Sonic Wave flying through. Ush just cleaning up in the Fam 3 in the moment with a Rocket Barrage. He'll get Jax as well. Mega kill streak for TC. A 1-for-4 trade favoring the side of Digital Chaos, and Liquid just throwing heroes at them in the mid lane.
Man, it was just all about the vision. Are we giving the vision there to win them the team fight? And the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave hitting on 3 heroes there. Well played by DC. And Mind Control, even he had the blink, but he didn't have his Echo Slam ready for that fight.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, that was really important. I mean, an Echo Slam could have certainly turned that around, but DC playing that very smartly. And yeah, as you said, just to resonate that point, having that Aghanims at this timing and going for action like that, they just don't expect it.
It's going to be really difficult for Liquid to take a fight right now during daytime. They have to wait for at least night time and try to maybe make a smoke play. And DC's next objective is obviously going to be Roshan. I think if they can actually secure the Roshan for their team, maybe put the Aegis on Ush, I think they are looking really good to close out this game.
Yeah, Ush closing in on that Orchid hit. And we were still yet to really see Matumba Man find anything here with this Necro. He has died 3 times. He's been involved in 4 kills, but yet to see the big Reapers come down. He has hit level 11. And has the slightly more effective ult. They're just playing it safer at the moment, DC.
Yeah, they're just trying to split Liquid up so that they can actually farm more and find a timing to go for Roshan. That's their immediate next objective. They got all the Tier 1 towers. Oh, Aoi.
They got the follow-up here, they'll get the slow on as well. Mind Control moving forward here with the Enchanter, and there's no Tier 1. So Aoi, it looks like he may go down here. Yeah. Oh! Okay. Mind Control would say that
is
one.
actually worth it, Owen. That is actually worth it. A big spell cooldown use, and you just lose the support. Yeah, at the end of the day, you take that trick. The other heroes are farming out the other lanes. They're pushing mid, they're pushing top. So far, this is getting more of the man. Oh,
Matumba Man just going for it. Alright. Very nicely done by the man. It's going to be a retaliation here for DC. Matumba Man maybe needs to be careful. Bumba jumps in with a crush on to 2. The corner coming in as well. TC on the silence, but Matumba Man, he just heals up, turns around, and Bulba, he's just going to get taken down by Kuroki as they turn up to the fight, and a nice reaction there from Liquid.
Wow. That was some overextension there by DC. There was no way they could have gotten that kill. He was so near his Tier 2 tower. Backup could have came at any time there, so that was such a risky play from DC.
I mean, this game at the moment, back and forth between these two sides. It's so close, Winter.
You know, it's like an emotional decision. You just lost a hero and you feel like, oh damn, we made a mistake. We want to recover by making a play. So the decision was felt like it was like a very forced decision that they wanted to get something in return after losing 2 heroes.
Not Barrier.
Nighttime. Time for Liquid to make a move.
Okay, that's the charge down here. Matumba Man says, I'll jump on that. He knows Barrier's not going to have a charge for 9 seconds. He's still a little bit speedy.
There's no Reaper side.
Yeah, he can't go for that at the moment. Mind controlling Kuroki a little bit too far away. They're going to go for this.
Yeah, nighttime. This is the time where Liquid should try to find a fight.
Let's see what Fada can do.
Oh, they see the gyro.
Oh, DC need to be so careful here.
Could be big.
And Fada can set this up from the high ground. Now he's getting himself up with a Fisher. Onto 2 across the fight. TC gets blown up. Aoi will be able to save himself, but Liquid getting the kill that they were after. 50 seconds off the map here for that gyrocopter.
Oh,
and they might just found Aoi.
Aoi
Hanging around. Okay, double kill for Fada then. I mean, what was the plan there from Aoi?
I'm not sure, Owen. I'm really not sure. So right now, Liquid are the ones that are going into the Roshan pit. How things have turned just in 1 minute.
Back and forth, as I was saying, and Liquid, I think they take this. DC 2 heroes down. They can't really contest this, and even if they tried to, Mind Control has got the Echo back up in 10. Gonna see Bulba coming in.
They have to try to be more defensive during like nighttime. When they do not have vision on the Keeper of Light. Keeper of Light has so much net worth that you want to fight during the daytime, or every aggressive move you make, you have to make during daytime.
And there we have it. This is going to go the way of Liquid. That's a big stat up. 3.1k now on top of the S and Y as well. And then looking for Bulba, caught out by the Winter's Curse. Mind Control moves in with a vision. Oh, he's going to be dead for a long time. 76 seconds at 22 minutes in. Incredibly painful for Bulba. One of the key playmakers here for the side of Digital Chaos. It might not be done yet as well. Farta moving in on the mid lane. He's got the backup. They still have that echo here, so Mind Control would love to jump in if anyone comes forward on the side of DC.
He's going to be targeting the Keeper of the Light as much as he can when his team is pushing. That is the key target that they want to take out before they actually push the tower. If Mind Control can actually find him.
And here we have it. The damage here from Farta pretty significant, 22 minutes in, and they should be able to find this tier 2. Not a lot that DC can do with Slaughter out for 40 seconds, and trying to defend 4v5 isn't going to be a whole lot of fun. We see a BKB coming around the corner here for Rush. Not a lot yet on Biryu. They still just can rely on his disruptive charges across the fights to allow them to set up multiple hero sonic waves, illuminates, and cooldowns.
And right now, DC just has to keep splitting and just buying time for their items to come. Like without the BKBs from the Queen and the Gyro, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to take a fight.
Is under attack.
And the Gyro has went for a very, very greedy build, Helm of Dominator and an SMY. So his BKB is not going to come anytime soon. That is actually very worrisome.
Yeah, especially if Liquid keep up with this kind of frequency of fights that they're forcing on DC. They're stepping up the tempo of this game.
They have another item on Fata right now. If he wants to go for either a BKB or maybe just Skadi, or even an SMY. SMY is, sorry, not SMY, Manta Star is really good versus the M damage.
Oh, DC grouping up towards the bottom. I think they were kind of hoping that TC might have been the bait here, but no one's going to be biting it from the side of Liquid. Mind Control and Kuroki sticking it safe in the jungle. You got Fata pushing up the... You agree with this? Oh, hey, we got sound, yes!
Oh, we got sound.
We're back! Oh,
Dire's
beautiful!
tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's right. Illidan must have popped his ult on the silencer from the back lines. Looks like he bought the axe. But we're back in.
So right now with the Skadi being picked up by Fata, they want to be as aggressive as possible. They want to push, they want to take the towers. Aegis is like 2 minutes before it expires.
Yeah, and we can see Fata as well in terms of farm, hitting up to 15k. He's a good 4k above the Gyrocopter. And as you said, the fact that TC really needs that BKB before he's able to go toe-to-toe with some of these heroes.
There's no way they take a fight without a BKB. And the next thing that Liquid wants to get is also the gem to remove the vision that DC has. So that would be on the menu after they take the tower.
Biryu coming in. Jarek's just going to tickle him away there with the Arctic Burn. Top lane, Fata going to put on the pressure here with the damage. They'll make short work here with this tier 2. So another tower off the map for DC.
Dire's top
And they've got to be a little bit careful now, because if the fight does come out, as you said, it's going to be hard for DC to react.
Yeah. They have to try and just get any pickups they can when they're split pushing. There's no way they can take a direct fight. Kuroki is the hero that's alone at bottom lane. Let's see whether DC can actually get a pick off here.
Here comes Biryu with the train. It's actually going to be a lead in. Okay, straight away onto Kuroki. Boulder just jumps in with the crush. They didn't even need the Spirit Breaker. So that'll be Kuroki off for 40 seconds. Nice quick pick off for them. We'll see if Liquid can do anything in return. The picks are coming out. They'll start to get the slow here onto Biryu. They need some kind of wraparound, but Timmerman's actually backing up himself. I think he's aware that Digital Chaos are still here in full force, the full 5 of them down. They're going to have to just hang on really until Kuroki's back up.
Yep. They have the gem right now on Jarek though, so they have to remove all the vision that DC have right now. And it's daytime, so if DC wants to make a move, it's now.
And I think they might want to. Over, sprinting forward here. There's a charge onto Mike. Jumps in with a crush. They're looking for Fanta here, and without the BKB, he's taking a bit of it. Limitates up. Now look for the Red Grim, but the Sonic Wave as well. Look at the Shadow Figure. No, the Reaper's side with the Virus. It's a 1-for-1. TC's been held in place by the Winter's Curse here. It's going to be the Illuminate coming out from Aoi. TC being chased out by Bulba with a crush onto 2. Will allow TC to get himself out of the fight. The chase down there from Mind Control. I get silenced as well by the Orchid. They're trying to keep TC alive. Sending him back to base. Will they be able to do it? Yes!
Oh, the recall!
TC! He gets himself back to Aoi and they TP out. Aoi. Lost sound. Oh no, we're back. There we go. That's all right. Apparently I was so loud that they thought I didn't even need a microphone there, so it switched me on. But anyway, nonetheless, what a save for Aoi.
Great save from Aoi there. TC was going to go down there for sure, and without Aoi there, they would have been in a really bad position. Now, TC is going to have his BKB in a shorter period of time.
Yeah, that was big. The fact that just keeping TC on course to get it, and Bulba really wants to fight Matumba Man here, but this backup from Liquid.
Oh my god,
he's got to be careful to bring us in. They bring us in, maybe they'll be able to find us, but the Glimmer Cave's Matumba at the end. Mind Control, double kill, blows them up. Bulba's just left behind the tree line. He's going to blink down. Can they find him here? Oh,
Arctic Burn, 5 seconds.
oh,
Arctic Burn, 5 seconds.
oh, 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 oh. Is Mind Control giving up? Yeah, he's giving up. Bulba, he'll be able to live and get himself out of that one, but nonetheless, great play from Mind Control. They're getting a huge echo into a double kill there, where DC looking a little bit too aggressively for a fight down there.
Yeah, then again, because it was nighttime, so they could not actually see how many heroes were there with the Keeper of the Light. So I was quite surprised that they actually tried to make such an aggressive play during
They've got to wait
during
for the
nighttime.
daytime before
They
they
have to make a move during the daytime. I can only see that happening for them. Any move they make during nighttime is just so risky.
Shivas has now been picked up here by Matumba Man on the Necro. He's level 16 as well, so this Reaper's side, I mean, at this point, if you land a good Reapers, it's going to be absolutely destroying for the side of DC.
Yeah, the Reaper's Life is just going to be such a big tool when the game goes into such a stage where one kill just wins you the game. One C kill on the Queen of Pain or even TC.
I mean, if you're DC at the moment, still only halfway through the nighttime here, but coming out rather aggressively. See if they can find anything here. Just trying to get the vision and control back over this side of the map of Liquid. Farta is still keeping the farm up. He's a good 4.5k above that gyro in terms of net worth. Yeah. And BKB is going to be his option next. I mean, once he's got the BKB on this hero as well, it's going to be so hard for DC to take him down.
Yeah, they can't control him in the team fights once he gets the BKB, and he's super tanky right now.
I mean,
they have to make a move. Nighttime.
Oh, Shadow. That TP's not going to work. Shadow Blade from Mind Control to close the gap. Straight onto Fury and getting blown up by the physical damage there.
DC has to get out right now. They have to get out. And it's just a game where at nighttime, Liquid wants to make a move and DC wants to make a move during daytime. And during vice versa, as DC during nighttime, you do not want to lose too much during that phase. And Liquid doesn't want to lose too much during daytime. You want to make the most out of it. It's a pretty interesting game though, daytime versus nighttime.
Let's see what Liquid can do in the mid at the moment. They've got a few heroes around. Ush and Bulba are there ready with the defense. Just forcing back TC. I mean, it could all kick off. Aoi's just trying to get a bit of a split push going on this bottom lane. See if he can bring back some of the side of Liquid, and it's working. We're going to see Matumba Man, Farta, Mind Controls step off from the mid lane. Not wanting to try and push up to high ground yet. And
Roshan is going to spawn soon, and it's going to be in favor of DC the timing because it's going to be nighttime at minute 32.
Radiant's bottom tower is
So
under attack.
Keeper of Light should be able to give them the necessary vision to maybe even contest the Roshan.
And Aoi at the moment with that Force Staff as well. We've seen already what he's been able to do, the recall, having the Force as well. Just trying to keep his feet, his team alive and saving them when they get caught out of position.
It's not only that, like the mana leak into Force Staff and Blinding Light. That's a really good combo. They spot the rush.
Yeah. Are they going to go straight for it? That's the question. Yeah, it looks like that's the plan.
They do not have any eyes on Liquid though. That is the risky thing. They do not have the vision.
It looks like Liquid are ready for this. They realize the timing. And they're going to make a beeline straight for it. I mean, either way, we can see the side of DC
this is
keeping themselves well away from the Roche pit at this point.
going to be daytime soon though, so DC will be extremely comfortable once they have the vision and the heal from the Illuminate. So DC should just be patient until the daytime kicks in.
And here we go, any second now. And it's going to be daytime. See what we can do with this bit of this period of the game. Bottom lane though, Fata, he's this creep wave. Yeah, I was going to give it in.
This is time for them. But it's daytime though, so I think DC still has a lot of potential by spamming Illuminate if they go in the Roshan pit. They still have a really good chance of winning this fight there.
I mean, Liquid themselves, do you see them going to try for the Roshan, or do you feel they need to try and take a fight before trying for it themselves?
I mean, the safer play is always to get the mid off first. So maybe they are going to look to try and get a kill.
Oh, Matsumba man going straight onto Booyah. It's going to be the charge. Oh, the echo from Mike draws the two. The slap onto us. Now with the Winter's Curse onto Aoi. They'll find themselves another 2 heroes down. There's a buyback from us.
The Shadow Blade just allowed him to get in position for that play. Mind control, once again, coming big for his team.
Yeah, he's mapped some massive echo slams this game. And with 2 heroes down on DC, 40 and 50 seconds, Liquid is just going to go for the high ground here. I mean, they're going to need something big here, DC, to try and defend.
Without Keeper of the Light, how are they going to defend this?
Oh, Matsumba man, Boba going in with the crush, but that's straight away. The Sonic Wave comes from the side. Ryder wants to be giving the flying bomb, and they just turn to TC. There'll be a Conan Brace getting back up faster. Monkey moving in, he's going to find it. Kills the Gyrocopter. There'll be a buyback straight away from Bulba. But only 2 heroes alive at the moment on the side of DC. There is a buyback available for TC, but it's going to be ever so painful if he pulls it out of the bag now. He might just need to though, because they're losing the Raxes down bottom. The Arctic Burn touch onto Bulba, making sure he can't find that Blink Dagger initiation. Ush himself heading back to base. GG is actually called. Wow, straight up.
Mind control, MVP.
MVP indeed. This Earthshaker, 6 kills, 11 assists and 1 death. Some game-ending echo sounds for the man, and it's all too much. And Liquid stay in the competition, and DC, they will be going home.
Yeah, I just felt like DC was not patient enough during, like when they are not strong with the Keeper of the Light, when they do not have the vision.
Yeah.
They needed to play more passive instead of taking so much risk. Like the two echo slams from mind control just basically won his team the game.
Absolutely. Fantastic Shaker play, and all round for Liquid, pretty solid. There were a few points where we saw DC take some very nice fights. But at the end of the day, Liquid were the stronger team. And that is it. Best of 1, of course. Liquid take the win. And that is it from myself and Winter today. But we will head over to the panel to see what they've got to say about that game. We'll see you guys tomorrow from me and Winter.
OD and Winter, we're back at the panel, of course, with Lumi and Merlini. Best of 1s. Such a vicious thing. And going into this matchup, I can't help but be a little bit biased, of course, with the Carl grab. And I still feel like it was a good draft for them. They recognized that Liquid had a lineup that was going to be very defensive at the start. They didn't have any way to kind of roam into the jungle, but I know they had an idea of what was going on. Fata had gone against Aui's boneless jungle Carl before in the summit when he was on Cloud9, but what was the point that it allowed Liquid to kind of take over? Was it just mind control, finding those huge setups, and unfortunately, you know, just DC handing over these few picks that allowed them to be grossly farmed? What was the tipping point, I guess you could say, for Liquid, Lumi?
I thought the right move for Team Liquid was to actually keep spreading pressure on the other sides of the map to create space for Kato, and that's why we saw a 15-minute Ags. But as they're creating pressure, we saw them actually giving away a ton of kills. We saw the multiple-man dive on the Necrolite, and they just died a couple of times. The other factor for me was that as the game went on past the 25-minute mark, Spearbreaker was not a hero at that point anymore. He ended the game at 0-9. He was just ultimately starved, and you know, when you have 4 heroes farming, he's the one buying wards. I wish Jay just gave Barrier a little bit more space. It felt like that game he needed a BKB to kind of participate in these late game fights, and obviously he didn't have time or space to get it.
What do you think, Ben? Kind of reflect the same on that?
Yeah, I think they had some cool shenanigans with the Keeper of the Light, but overall they fought a little bit too much during the nighttime. It's not like Night Stalker where you can kind of start this on command. You can't make it light time. So you have to kind of take it slow, get a gem, take down the vision, and then during the nighttime, you have to use your recall a lot more and go for kind of sneaky picks instead of relying too much on being able to outvision them in team fights. So they lost the picks. They lost that Ancient fight that I thought was pretty brutal, and then the Roshan. They lost way too much around that 22-minute mark.
Yeah. Now, what do we think from what we saw from Liquid? Do we think they're going to be able to make it out from this dirty little best-of-1 gauntlet? There was a little bit of a struggle there at the start, but they seem like they're well and composed. They do have kind of a tough task coming up next. This means that they are going to be going against Virtus Pro. do we see Liquid being able to make it out from these best of ones and into that lower bracket
I think
final?
they look like slightly weak in this, but it's a best of one, and they had to deal with the last pick, keep it light. In best of one, you get first pick once, and then that's it, right? You don't go for the back and forth. So it was difficult for them to kind of cope with that, and they made it work. I think they'll do pretty well versus Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro, I hope they'll bounce back from the performance they had today, though.
It's definitely a very different in terms of play style. VP kind of come at you with aggression, whereas Team Liquid normally plays very defensive with their Razor, Viper. So it's a clash of style. I think it comes down to execution, as most games of Dota do. So honestly, I don't know. I think we're going to have to show up tomorrow to watch.
Indeed. Looks like they are going to get prepped up right now for our winners interview. But gentlemen, reflections on day number 1. I know there's a little bit of technical flub here and there, but do you think we saw some of the best Dota we're going to be seeing so far? This led off with Vici Gaming coming on top, taking out eHome. That was a bit of a surprise there. And then even before that, Secret. People are saying that now they're the favorites. And now with Liquid, what do you think? Impressions about day 1 overall before we get to hop into this interview?
Pick Gyro.
Pick Gyro?
Well, except this one, unfortunately.
The one time we didn't get to see Gyro. What about you, man?
I really like watching Vici play, and they kind of dismantled eHome. They kind of out-team fought them, and Burning really is incorporated really well into the Vici lineup. That was the big question mark for me. How well can he play? Can he play aggressively? Can he kind of fill the void that they wanted after Black left? And it seems like they've actually come together, and I'm really excited for Vici for Secret.
Yeah, me too. Looks like our interview is ready, so let's go ahead and send it to the stage right now with Shiver and our winners interview. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Cuddle Guy. And of course, first of all, congratulations, Kuroki, and happy birthday. So after the draft was done, how was the mindset for the team, knowing what kind of Keeper of the Light would be coming? And were you confident in your draft the whole way through?
Honestly, the Caudle pick caught us by surprise. It was a really smart pick. Otherwise, we were very comfortable with our draft.
And do you feel like the nature of a best of one gives you more of a chance to win with a surprise strategy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I don't think either teams had a surprise strategy, but generally, cheese strategies work much better in best of one environments.
Unless, apart from this time, seems. So, totally blackout here, but it's okay, cool. So how far do you see your team going in this tournament?
I don't know. We're a fairly new team, and we're quite inexperienced in some points of the game. I really don't know. I think we just play and try to grow as a team and just see what happens.
And at what point would you call your team like successful? If that's, even regardless of how you end up in the standings, is there anything that you would like your team to achieve as a team? Just how you want to feel when you get back?
Well, obviously we come here to win, so I don't know.
It's a difficult question.
Since it's our first LAN tournament, we just get our experience, and if we win, we're gonna be happy. If we don't win, whatever.
Okay, well, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview.
首先恭喜 Team Liquid， 然后今天也是 Kuroki 的生日，所以生日快乐。他刚刚表示，在昨天的比赛出来当中，就是他们要知道今天要打 BO1， 刚刚那个对面的光法选了个光法，对他们说其实是挺惊讶的，因为他们没有想到，但是他们也是尽力而为。因为他们是一个全新的队伍，他们这次来这比赛也是吸取经验，然后希望能做到自己的最好。
And that was it for day 1 of the Nanyang Championship. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you back tomorrow for LGD versus CDEC. And we're starting again at the same time as today, and that would be 12 noon in Singaporean time. So we'll see you then.
这样，今天我们的南洋 DOTA 2国际锦标赛到此结束。明天还有老干爹对战 CDC 作为第一场开场，然后是新加坡当地时间12点开始，所以大家请注意。然后明天还有更多的精彩比赛，当然也有胜者组的决赛，是 VG 对战秘密。喜欢他们的队伍，喜欢他们的粉丝不要错过了。然后感谢所有收看 我们比赛的观众，也很高兴那么多观众能够来到线下，明天见吧，拜拜。